What is up, YouTube? Bubbles and Ballcards back with another video. Hope everybody has had a beautiful start to 2023. It's Wednesday. We are already on January 4th. Kind of crazy. The week's flying by, and before you know it, we'll be moving on to February. So, anyway, I wanted to get on tonight and just kind of. I did the video a few days ago about my December eBay sales, and I wanted to kind of touch on something. I mentioned it Monday when we were live with, and J Mac was on, obviously Carlos and Eric was on as well. Thanks to all of those guys for hopping on and chatting. But I had asked J Mac if he had ever planned on getting into other like thrifting, going out thrifting and that sort of stuff. I've watched several of the YouTube guys that do it. There's some that are really big. Ones that come to mind are franchise kicks. He doesn't necessarily do thrifting, but him and his wife does like Amazon return pallets or other little pallet stuff they do. There's Froggy Flips. He goes out like yard selling and stuff like that. Commonwealth Picker is one of them that like does picks and picking and thrifting. What is it? Shed Flips or something like that. I can't remember the guy's name, but he's pretty big and shows a lot of the stuff he does. And a lot of it is thrifting or pallet, return pallets or yard sales and all that sort of stuff. And it's pretty interesting to see. Like, it's amazing sometimes what you can find, and people buy on eBay, and some of the stuff is pretty regularly sold, and so it's fun to watch. And I've never actually uh ever tried to do it. So with being a new year, with obviously I'm focusing more on updating the eBay store. I've been trying to list a bit of variety every day. Actually, it's amazing. I kind of talked to JD about it when he was talking about promoting his listings, and I was like, dude, I don't think you need to. Just consistent listing, keeping new inventory up, fresh inventory on eBay under your account or your store or what have you. I think it just brings eyes, and from what I can see, it's 100% truth. I showed y'all what I've done, what I did in December. Today's January 4th. I've already sold 32 cards. And, that's pretty damn good considering I'm averaging, you know, depending on what I end up with today, I was averaging going into today 10 cards a day, and that's pretty strong. You think about that over a 30-day period, that's 300 a month. Even at $10 a card, that's $3,000 a month. That's pretty damn good for cheaper average net sales on low end cards. You toss a $50 card in there and a bunch of $5 cards, you get a pretty good average. So, but I've been, you know, pumping the listings there. Again, I don't have the scanner and stuff. I do it just sitting here with my phone and taking photos and stuff. So the productivity on my end is smaller than some other guys out there, but it's still producing, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. But yesterday morning, I had to get up early and go out and run some errands. And I was like, the Goodwill opens at 9 o'clock. It's literally 2 minutes from my house. Like, let me just run over there and take a look. And now I want to keep them, make it aware. My Goodwill is very small, and it is comprised of like 90% clothing. So the area to look for items is not much. I didn't think that, there would be much there, but at the same time, it was something I've never done. So I was like, heck with it. Let's run in here for a couple minutes, just see. And there's a few things. First off, I want to say I found some stuff. And secondly, I want to say it actually was a lot of fun. And it's fun for many different reasons. For one, you're learning about new things. It's opening your eyes to audiences outside of just this like blinders on just sports cards or even Pokemon or TCG stuff. It's opening up to a world of possibilities because there is so many collectibles and just items out there that people might want that they'll buy on eBay. So a lot of times some of this stuff is just it's obviously Goodwill is donation stuff, and you can run in there and sometimes you'll find here's an example, and I'll show you guys two things that I picked up. But here's an example, just a little empty it's an empty cigar box, right? Empty wooden cigar box, nothing fancy, but I seen it. I obviously get on eBay just like you do at a card show, right? Look up comps, and one had sold recently for $10. This item was 99 cents. So if I could turn 99 cents into $10, great, right? So it's not gonna be like this, you know, buy something for $1 and it's $10,000 or whatever. But when you look at there's a lot of talk today about wax, and you go into whether your retail store is Walmart, Target, Meyer, whatever, and there's either two things happening. A, the shelves are thrashed. They haven't been stocked in weeks. I've heard there's a lot of issues with the companies keeping vendors in regions. Or you go in and they're just loaded to the gills. And it's no secret that the print runs are up. It's no secret that the quality of the cards are down. And I really, I've told you guys that I've really been having more fun just buying the stuff that I'm really like enjoying as far as collecting, whether it be player or team. And sometimes that stuff is not anything to do with new product. And so, although it's fun to crack, a blaster or even a hobby box here or there, um, just being able to pick up the stuff that me and the missus are really enjoying, um, that's building the collection and having fun in an easier manner inside of the sports card realm. But think about this. What if you can walk into an entire store, set a price of how much you want to pay, and not know what is going to be in the store when you get in there? And to me, that's kind of how I felt when I walked through the door to go into Goodwill, not having a damn clue what was going to be in there, not knowing about most of the stuff on the shelves or what it sold for, or any like literally going in as a noob, as clueless to any of it. It was like cracking a fresh pack, so to speak. And I got to walk in and look at the shelves and start looking up some stuff that caught my eye and was like, oh, well, what is this? And amazingly enough, it was very fun because it gives you that same like unknowingness of what is going to be in that blaster box or what is going to be in that hobby box or whatever. But at the same time, I can set the budget that I want to spend in there. And I'm doing this also to kind of have fun, maybe do a little bit of a challenge. I am going to track things. I have I had some cash in my wallet. That's the only thing that I'm going to use for this. I want to specify that. I don't know that I'm going to be doing much vlogging or anything like that that some of those guys do. I'm a little awkward. I feel awkward when I'm in a store or even at a show sometimes if I'm recording and like trying to talk. I don't know. It, maybe I'll try it. I don't know, but I don't know if I can get to that point. But just something to mix in here. Um, but I will, I'm going to track what I paid for everything, and if or what it sells for, I'll share that. And then what my plan is the amount of cash that I have. Anytime something sells, I want to just replenish that cash, but then stack the profit off of it. And I want to see what can I turn that amount of cash into just by picking up random small things here and there and loading them up, on eBay. Now, I'll go ahead and go over here to the eBay store. Sean brought up a good question. I was talking to him and JJ about it. He asked if I wanted to, or if I was going to open a separate store to separate the cards. To be honest, it probably, I know a lot of people do. For me, I don't know that I'm like, I don't know that I'm gonna have enough inventory really to even bother with a second store. And I had a couple other thoughts with it. For one, you know, getting the feedback and everything, that's been awesome to see people, the comments and the feedback. There's been folks from the channel, which is another reason why I'm doing this video. I didn't want people to go into the store and be like, what the hell is Bobbles doing? He's selling stuff outside of sports cards. What's going on? So I wanted to kind of explain, but there's been comments, like feedback recently that they bought stuff from me, and in their comment it'll say, I love your YouTube channel. And guys, if you buy from me and you watch the channel or whatever, I really do appreciate it. I'm glad that you enjoy it. I'm glad that you're happy with your purchase. And that's what this is all about. From the selling cards to the group subs and everything else, I always want to make sure the service, the quality, all of that is the best that I can possibly make it be. And so, thank you guys for recognizing that and leaving the positive feedback. But here is two things. Here is the little cigar box. Like I said, one is sold for $9.99. This little item here, this is pretty neat. It's a little Christmas ornament. It's from the show Downton Abbey. It's a little teapot set. I have it listed here for $24.99 plus shipping. Um, it already has 5 views, and there's actually 2 watchers. It is in a box, but the box is a little dinged up. But it was just a little, little Christmas ornament. The box caught my eye. The missus had watched the show, so I was familiar with the show. I knew it was popular. I Something I picked up, looked it up, and it sold regularly for, I think, roughly $30 to $40. I did it at 25 because of the box being a little dinged. And it already has 2 watchers on it. This item, it cost me $2.99. So this is kind of the stuff that I'm looking at. This box was 99 cents. If it sells for 10 bucks, bam. And again, I'm not doing this to tell people, hey, run out there and start thrifting and stuff. I'm just sharing this because, if people get on the eBay store and they're like, what the hell is he doing? I just kind of wanted it to be known from, viewers or whatever. If it's somebody that doesn't even have a clue who we are, it's obviously not going to matter. They're just probably going to look. The other side to it was I thought about keeping it as one store because potentially, if folks are looking for specific collectible type things, I thought maybe it could even get eyes onto sports cards. Maybe a dumb thought, but we'll see. Maybe somebody grabs, a wooden cigar box and they're like, oh, he has this card that I had from 1972, and they grab that as well. So we'll see how it goes. It's just something that I'm doing for fun, experimenting. It's a new year. Let's have some fun. I said it, said it before. I want to have fun this year, get creative, that sort of thing. And so this is something I want to create as an adventure and share along with you guys. It's not going to be every video. Um, but I will, update here and there progress and that sort of stuff. Maybe some pickups. Maybe I'll do some vlogging. We'll see. But anyway, bobbles and ball cards and more. I don't know. We're not gonna change the name, but I'm gonna have fun and branch out. Also, I have a bunch of comics. I haven't decided if I want to just sell them all as one lot. I've had somebody reach out to me. I honestly don't even know what's a fair price to offer them at, but I have like 10,000 comics. So whether I sell them as one large batch or start putting them up as like random mixed box slots or something, I don't know. If you have a thought on that, if you gotten this far and you got a thought of what I could do with those, comment below. I know Rick asked me about buying them, but I just don't want to screw anybody over, and I honestly don't know what's in the boxes. I haven't been through them, and I don't even know what's fair to offer them up at. So, but anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Want to just hop on, share a little bit of what I've been doing this week, getting myself into. It's a lot of fun. And it does have a little bit of the same characteristics as sports cards, except you can control 100% what you're spending and get the items exactly that you want. And yeah, It's a fun little challenge. Let me know what you guys are doing. As always, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and until the next video, I'm out.